Hi everyone, in this video we are going to discuss why our poop is brown and our urine is yellow in color. I know you have been asking yourself, why is my stool brown despite eating different colors of food? The substance that cause brown color in your stool does not come from your food that you have eaten. It comes from dead red blood cells. So let's see how dead red blood cells cause the brown coloration in your stool. If you like this video, if you benefit from it, hit the subscribe button, share, comment below, and most importantly, subscribe. I'm Urine the doc. The purpose of doing this video is to simplify medical conditions and to help you understand your general health. So I'll start by discussing the red blood cell, their lifespan, and also their destruction. So red blood cells are produced in your bone marrow. Your bone marrow is the red spongy material that is within the cavities of your bone. Most of the large bones and long bones have the bone marrow. Bone marrow requires nutrients to produce red blood cells. Some of the nutrients the bone marrow requires is iron. There is vitamin B12. There is also folic acid, and also we require fats, we require proteins, we require carbohydrates. Your bone marrow makes red blood cells in millions per day. After red blood cells are produced, they move from the bone marrow and enter into your circulation or into your bloodstream. In the circulation, your red blood cells live up to 120 days. After 120 days, the red blood cells are destroyed by your macrophages. Macrophages are your white blood cells. So I want us to know what happens after those 1 to 20 days. It means that your red blood cells have an expiry date. So I want to show you the normal structure of your red blood cell and what happens so that they can get destroyed after those 120 days. So this is your red blood cell. It contains a body. A body is what we refer medically as the cell membrane. Then inside the cell membrane, it has a skeleton. That skeleton helps it to move through your blood circulation. Sometimes it can be able to pass even in small blood vessels, or we call them capillaries, that are smaller than its own size. So the skeleton, this part is the skeleton, help it to squeeze, it help it to become flexible, it help it to become pliable and be able to squeeze through the small capillaries so that it can be able to deliver oxygen to your body tissues. So after 120 days, the skeleton usually get wear and tear. After it gets wear and tear, the red blood cells cannot be able to squeeze. They become rigid, they become stiff, they become inflexible. They cannot be able to squeeze through your blood vessels. So what happens when they enter, they go to the spleen, they get stuck inside the spleen. When they get stuck inside the spleen usually has macrophages. Macrophages are a type of white blood cells. The white blood cells, they chew that stuck red blood cell. Then after it gets chewed by the macrophage, it is broken down into other byproducts. So let's see what happens or the process of breaking down. So we have a red blood cell. I'll abbreviate it as RBC. It is broken down into what we call amino acids. and hemoglobin. Amino acids are the building blocks of proteins. So then hemoglobin is broken down further into what we call heme and globin. Globin is broken further into amino acids. Heme is broken further into iron and another pigment which is called bilirubin. So these amino acids and the iron, they are recycled back into your circulation, where they are used to make new red blood cells. But this product called bilirubin is a product that make your stool brown. I want us to see how it moves from the spleen, because this process of destruction happens in the spleen. So it is released from the spleen. It is released from the spleen and enters into the bloodstream as a bilirubin. Bilirubin is very toxic to your blood, to your brain, to many organs and tissues in your body. So the liver sweep it from the bloodstream. So the liver sweep it, and after it enters the liver convert it to become water soluble bilirubin and dispose it into your gallbladder. Your gallbladder is that structure that is in the liver that stores bile. So bilirubin is stored in the liver as bile. Then from this point, bile will be released from the bile duct. Bile duct is this duct here. The bile duct move down and connect with the pancreatic duct. This is the pancreas. It connects with the pancreatic duct and releases bile and bilirubin into your intestines. So bilirubin will be disposed here into the intestine. So I'll write down bilirubin. So in the intestines, your intestines have the normal flora or the normal bacteria. Those are the bacteria that are not harmful. They usually have so many functions in your small intestines. So these bacteria digest bilirubin into a component we call urobilinogen. Urobilinogen has two routes to be excreted out of the body. 80% of it will move further into the intestines and it will be converted in what we call stacobilin or stacobilinogen. So stacobilin is the pigment that makes your stool brown. This is the final product that makes your stool brown. Then 20% of the urobilinogen is reabsorbed from your intestine back into your bloodstream. It will be reabsorbed like food back into your bloodstream. This urobilinogen will be taken to your kidney and excreted as urine. That's what makes your urine yellow in color. So what happens? You don't excrete poop that is brown. Sometimes this bile from the gallbladder can solidify. Usually bile looks appear like a starch, kinda like a porridge like. So what happens? Sometimes it can solidify here and form what we call gallstones. Gallstones, they will block this duct or this channel, so bilirubin will not be able to reach in the intestines. So you'll have stools that are pale in color. So those stools that are pale in color also will have high content of fat, because bilirubin digests, break down fat globules into smaller fats. So that stool will appear pale, and also when you try to flush it, it will be difficult to flush it in the toilet. Then bilirubin will accumulate here and will start flowing back. It will start flowing back into your bloodstream. When it flows back into your bloodstream, it will be excreted. More of it will be excreted in your urine, making urine to be Coca-Cola in color. The urine will appear more darker than the normal yellow, because there is so much of bilirubin in the bloodstream. Also, this bilirubin can deposit in your eyes, the white part of the eye, and also the skin, making your eyes and your skin yellow. From there, I would also want to explain why sometimes you get green stools. The reason is sometimes you can have the contents, the food contents that are passing through your intestines moving faster than they are supposed to move. That means the bilirubin will not get time to be broken down by these bacteria, so your stool will appear green. So thank you for watching this episode.